Good morning. Welcome to our special coverage of one of the giants of Indian politics whose last journey starts today. The big headline this morning: DMK patriarch M. Karunanidhi is no more, but the suspense over his final rites continues. The Madras High Court, as we speak, is still hearing the DMK's plea pertaining to the burial spot for the former Tamil Nadu Chief Minister and DMK chief. The DMK has moved the High Court after the E. Palanisamy government refused its demand of burying Kalagnar at Marina Beach. The DMK has demanded that Kalagnar be laid to rest alongside DMK founder C.N. Annadurai at the Anna Memorial. The petition states that Karunanidhi deserves a burial as he is considered a godfather figure for millions of Tamilians. The Madras High Court had earlier dismissed pleas filed last year against the construction at Marina. Meanwhile, Tamil Nadu government has served a counter affidavit to the DMK council. According to the affidavit, the Tamil Nadu government has already allotted 2 acres of land, and a complete state honor for the last rites has been promised at the Gandhi Mandapam. But that is unacceptable to the DMK at the moment. So clearly all eyes are on what happens in the Madras High Court. Joining us now are our correspondents who've spread across at the moment to all the vantage points. Akshaya is outside the Madras High Court. Lokpriya is live from the Rajaji Hall. But Akshaya, you tell us first, what are you picking up? What is the stand being taken specifically by the Tamil Nadu government in court? Why are they so insistent that Karunanidhi cannot get space at Marina Beach? What is their precise argument? We'll try and go to Akshaya in a moment, but we've got lots of guests who are joining us. Let's go to all our guests at the moment. Joining us, Narayan Lakshman, Associate Editor, The Hindu; Veera Raghav, Senior Journalist, joining me at the moment. I'm also joined by T.S. Sudhir, Political Analyst, is joining us, and we'll also be joined by S. Srinivasan, Senior Journalist. Appreciate all of you joining us. Give us a sense, Sudhir, why do you think this has become such a prestige issue for the ruling AIDMK?
Well, given the fact that Karunanidhi was in hospital for close to 10 days, it's a little surprising that this has come soon after his death. One wonders whether the DMK did not reach out to the AIDMK government on what possible arrangements could be done in case Karunanidhi passes away. The manner in which the entire thing has played out since yesterday evening, with the Edappadi Palanisamy government making it very clear that the Marina could not be given as a final resting place next to C.N. Annadurai's memorial for Karunanidhi, has come as a shock and a surprise for the DMK, who are obviously extremely grief-stricken and emotional after Kalagnar's passing away. Obviously, the AIDMK does not want the DMK to kind of get anything out of the optics of a memorial at the Marina. They want to send a message that Karunanidhi, in a sense, is lesser than the 3 stalwarts of the Dravidian movement, MGR, Annadurai and Jayalalitha, and that is something which the DMK is extremely upset about. The optics of a Karunanidhi memorial at the Marina is something which they would want. The AIDMK obviously also wants to stress on the Jayalalitha template. Edappadi Palanisamy, who we all believe has shot himself in the foot with this kind of a decision, possibly is also borrowing from the Jayalalitha template of taking the fight to the enemy DMK camp. Would Jayalalitha have done the same if she was around and if Karunanidhi had passed away? We do not know. But if you were to hazard a guess, possibly the answer could be yes. The AIDMK cadre is also extremely of an anti-Karunanidhi kind of a slant, and that is the cadre, much of it which is gravitating towards CTV Dinakaran, that Edappadi Palanisamy may be trying to go with this kind of a move after Karunanidhi's death. Prasdeep.
It's obviously, though, a high-risk strategy, S. Srinivasan, that has been played here by the ruling AIDMK. This is a party which is still struggling with factionalism after the death of Jayalalitha. Do you believe that the AIDMK this time has bitten more than they can chew? Should they be even assuming that the court, which we will know in a few minutes from now, decides that Karunanidhi will not get that burial spot at the Marina Beach? How will this all play out? Can the AIDMK use the refuge of the court, as they are attempting now, to deny Karunanidhi his resting place? Politically, how do you see it playing out?
Well, one has to wait and see how what the courts finally say. But the arguments in the court itself seem to be moving away from issues like coastal regulation zone and the cases, because all the 5 cases are withdrawn now. It is now more in the realm of politics, as you're correctly saying. But definitely it will depend largely on what the court says. You see, the way I see it is one chapter of Tamil Nadu politics is over, where all the top leaders, which starting from Anna to the last one, Karunanidhi, have gone. In a way, that's end of one chapter. Now, if you want to use the term, there is a new level playing field that seems to have created in the politics there. One can also see it as kind of a vacuum in the leadership in Tamil Nadu. Either way you see it, Edappadi is obviously under pressure. He has to give some kind of signal to his own cadres, and then to show that he is now the inheritor of the AIDMK in the true sense, because AIDMK's every minister, every politician from AIDMK camp always say that they are continuing the Amma government. They always say that this is Amma's government which is in continuation. So obviously,
this may be Amma's. Sorry to intervene. This may be Amma's government.
For him,
this may be Amma's government, as you say, in continuation, or that's how the AIDMK projects it. But Amma is no longer there. TM Biraraghav. To that extent, I come back to it. Has the AIDMK bitten more than they can chew by so publicly confronting the DMK minus Karunanidhi? I mean, sentiments presumably matter, as we've seen in the past in Tamil Nadu. Do you believe that the popular sentiment today is that Karunanidhi should be given a burial spot? Or are they those like S. Gurumurthy and others who are targeting previous corruption and saying he doesn't deserve his space there? If at all he has to be given a burial, it has to be like it has been done with other chief ministers at the Gandhi Mandapam, not at Marina.
Well, this is a clash of symbolisms, if you may, Rajdeep. On the one side, the reason why the DMK or anyone who's observed Dravidian politics from the DMK's point of view would argue strongly for that space is because you're talking of who is the torchbearer to Anna in history of Tamil Nadu politics. On the one side, there is M.G. Ramachandran, and obvious to anyone would be that on the other side, at least, there should be M. Karunanidhi. This is about appropriating the Dravidian legacy and the Anna legacy at some level in terms of who is the custodian for it.
Well, I want to understand this distinction between former chief ministers and chief ministers. Let's be honest, Narayan Lakshman, associate editor at The Hindu, the fact is that there is a huge difference between a Janaki Ramachandran, who was chief minister of Tamil Nadu barely for a year after the death of MGR, versus a 5-time chief minister who's been one of the original founders, in a sense, of the Dravida political movement. So I think that argument, does it hold water, that because he's a former chief minister, not a sitting chief minister, therefore he doesn't deserve this memorial at the same space in Marina Beach that Annadurai, MGR and Jayalalitha got?
Absolutely, Rajiv. I think you have to maintain a sense of proportion here. Karunanidhi, as you correctly said, has played a pivotal role in this whole Dravidian movement over 6 decades. And he is on a completely different league from Janaki Ramachandran. Let's not even pretend about this. At the same time, of course, you can cite any number of technicalities, whether it's this business of were you sitting in office or not at the time of death, or the coastal regulation zone issue. You can cite any number of legal technicalities to block something of such momentous weight. But at the same time, you have to bear in mind the key question to ask is, why are you politicizing this? And the shoe is on the other foot right now. The ADMK is accusing the DMK of politicizing it. I think it's the other way, because obviously you have this person who means so much to the Tamil people across parties. And if the EPS government had quietly allowed this to go forth, they would have actually been in a position to claim credit for being magnanimous at the time of death. I mean, others on various shows have said that this is actually a Jayalalitha-like move for the Palaniswamy government to assert itself and to show that it has strong political will. I think it's the other way. I actually wonder whether Jayalalitha would have done this. She was a statesperson, a stateswoman, a statesman. She would have arisen above these partisan bickering to show that she could be magnanimous and godlike in the way that she was considered by her followers. So I very deeply question whether the Palanisamy government is actually going to have a sliver of a chance of getting any political capital out of this, or whether it has scored a colossal self-goal.
Why is it being done then? Priyambada, why is it being done? We keep coming back to it. Why are we seeing what some would say is a terrible farce almost being played out? Here is one of Tamil Nadu's tallest leaders. Whichever side of the political divide you stand, you cannot discount Karunanidhi's contribution. Yes, there were charges of corruption, serious charges of corruption, nepotism, all that, be that as it may. Few can deny that Karunanidhi over 60 years, and that's a long period of time in Indian politics, has played a remarkable role. Why is it that Tamil Nadu politics is so polarized, so fragmented, that they are unable to see the big picture? What is driving E. Palanisamy, who's only there because at the end of the day, the vacuum was left by Jayalalitha's departure. He doesn't really have a mass following of his own. What is it that is driving them to, in a sense, push the DMK into this corner?
Rajdeep, actually, I would differ with what Mr. Lakshman said from the Hindu, because I think we cannot underestimate Edapadi Palaniswamy. Be it the government advertisements that he's promoting on every television channel or in cinema halls about his governance, or be it this political move that he's made, I still would call it as a political move. And also look at the narrative that the ADMK is trying to build in Tamil Nadu. They want to build a narrative to ensure that the legacy of Karunanidhi is not carried forward. Legacy of Annadurai is not claimed by the DMK. And it is in a way challenging MK's talent. That is what EPS is doing. Come, play with me, fight with me. This is a new ground, and let me see how you're going to handle this. And I also see a larger
fight over the death. Why would you fight over the death of an iconic figure? There are other areas on which you can fight. Is this the right fight to pick is the question. Let me pause at that moment, because I just want to give our viewers outside Chennai in particular a sense of why this memorial is so contentious. Remember, this is Marina Beach, one of the longest beaches in the country. This is also, remember, a space where the CRZ rules operate. Technically 500 meters away. You're not supposed to put up a permanent structure, but that matter still is pending in the context of Marina in the courts. I just want to go to Ankit Tyagi to give us a sense of what is the nature of memorial, the space available for a memorial at Marina. Ankit, is there enough space for Mr. Karunanidhi to get a resting place should the court so decide?
I'm sure there is space for him there, but as Rajdeep, you very rightly pointed out, it's now become too political. Let's very quickly just show our viewers what are we talking about as far as Chennai and the Marina Beach, iconic Marina Beach is concerned. That this is the Annadurai Memorial at the Marina Beach. Okay, we'll just flip this and we'll show you. This is the Annadurai Memorial, just 400 meters off the sea, right here on the Marina Beach. From here, just onto his left is MGR Memorial, and from the MGR Memorial, right next to the MGR Memorial, is the Jayalalitha Memorial. Now, where is the DMK asking space? They want space for, DMK Patriarch M. Karunanidhi on the right side of the Annadurai Memorial. They want the space somewhere here, just here on the tip of this entire space. They are wanting space for him to be buried right on the right side of the Annadurai Memorial. Where are they getting this space? As of now, the government says they will get 2 acres at the Gandhi Mandapam. Where is Gandhi Mandapam? From the Marina Beach, if the Gandhi Mandapam is at the Adyar area, it is more than 10 kilometers from where the demand, in fact, has come in from as far as the DMK is concerned. Now, it is, of course, a battle for prestige, but in location-wise, the DMK believes that they should be given space at the iconic Marina Beach. This would be, according to them, would be a lesser space for a stalwart as tall as M. Karunanidhi.
So space is not the issue. Prestige is. It's become a prestige fight. This is now about politics in a vacuum, because after the death of Jayalalitha and Karunanidhi, there is a clear vacuum and there is a jostling for who will, in a sense, be the inheritor to the Tamil legacy, the proud Dravida legacy. Would it be fair for me to say that, Sudhir, that this is now becoming not even a court battle which is being played out even as we speak, but it's a political battle about who is the genuine inheritor of the Dravida legacy? And many will say, all that we have in front of us are pygmies. Whether it's a Palaniswamy, O Pannirselvam, dare I say even the film stars like Rajnikant and Kamal Hassan who still have to prove themselves. Is there a genuine political vacuum, which is why we are seeing what we are seeing happening at the moment in Tamil Nadu?
Well, after Jayalalitha passed away in December 2016, all of us spoke about a political vacuum in Tamil Nadu. The vacuum has only grown bigger now with the passing away of Karunanidhi. We all refer to the likes of Palaniswamy and O Pannirselvam as political pygmies. It's basically Palaniswamy trying to tell the people of Tamil Nadu that he's not a pygmy, and despite everyone writing him off ever since he became Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu in February 2017, he has survived for well over 1.5 years, even though there are allegations that this is a government in drift, it's a government not in control, that it is remote controlled by people in New Delhi. Yet, Edappadi Palaniswamy has survived. Today, the manner in which he has taken the decision and the manner in which the entire legal arguments are playing out in court shows that Edappadi Palaniswamy is going for the kill. He wants to play his game and see what can come of it. It will be interesting to watch, Razi, what Prime Minister Narendra Modi makes of it. He's likely to arrive in about an hour or so from Delhi to Rajaji Hall, and whether the DMK leadership led by MK Stalin actually makes a personal appeal to Prime Minister Modi himself. Will he like to intervene, or will he say the matter is in court, or will the BJP nudge the Edappadi Palaniswamy government to try and tell them that they can see reason and possibly give space to Karunanidhi at the Marina? So a lot of political pulls and pressures likely to take place, but definitely what we are seeing now is classic DMK versus AIDMK political battle playing out in Tamil Nadu ahead of the 2019 elections, and definitely if a space is denied to Karunanidhi at the Marina, the DMK is bound to make this a high-pitched emotional issue in the 2019 elections.
The interesting point there, you mentioned Narendra Modi. The Prime Minister is arriving in Chennai in about an hour from now. Rahul Gandhi has also left for Chennai. They will both, of course, pay their tribute to M. Karunanidhi. But Veera Raghav, there is a sense that for the last 18 months now, the BJP has been fishing in the troubled waters of Tamil Nadu. What stand can the BJP really take in this battle over the burial? If, as Sudhir says, Stalin makes a personal request to the Prime Minister to allow Karunanidhi to be buried at Marina, what can the Prime Minister really do, given the fact that RSS ideologues like S. Gurumurthy, who wield considerable influence, have suggested that Karunanidhi doesn't deserve the space at Marina? Can the BJP once again dip its toes into the troubled waters of Chennai?
Well, I think this is a very interesting question, Rajdeep. And it's just a suspicion and a conjuncture that I'm drawing, that if over the last 18 months the AIDMK dispensation in power in Chennai has been trying to impress Delhi much more than in history of Tamil politics, and trying to use the support of Delhi to survive in Chennai, I wonder if this decision was discussed or at least there was some suggestions from all sides, given the kind of statements that you're mentioning. But here's the deal. The DMK is a party which is clearly going to stand as the opposition in Tamil Nadu. If the BJP wants to enter, it has to occupy or try and ally with those who are opposed to the DMK. In this situation, I think political leanings of the BJP may be not towards the DMK. Leave that as it may be. Just taking off from what Sudhir was saying, Edappadi Palaniswamy has now taken the front. Why? Because he wants to symbolically, I believe, assert himself as the true custodian of Jayalalitha's legacy. Just as DMK wants to assert Karunanidhi as the custodian of Annadurai's legacy and hence demands the space in Marina right next to Annadurai, I believe the thought within the AIDMK is that Edappadi Palanichami wants to assert himself as the custodian of Jayalalitha's legacy, Jayalalitha as the one who fought the bitter battle with Karunanidhi, who sent him to jail in a midnight arrest. I disagree with anyone who believes that this may not have happened under a different dispensation. It might have been the same kind of a case if DMK was in power and Jayalalitha had passed away. You might have had a situation very similar to this. You might have had a similar situation if Jayalalitha was alive and this had happened. So this is how the political narrative has been over the last 3 decades, and I am making an assumption. I could but if Edappadi Palanichami now has to backtrack and the DMK gets the symbolic, it would be a big hit to him. However, for the DMK, this would be a symbolically must-get situation. So they would like to appeal to the Prime Minister. How this plays out,
Right. Clearly at the moment, as you are saying, symbolism matters. And the irony, and I just want to point this irony, Karunanidhi was a professed atheist all his life. The Dravida movement arose out of a self-respect movement, anti-Brahmanism, anti-idol worship built on rationalism. Today there is a battle over where Karunanidhi's memorial should be. The irony of it all cannot be missed. But one thing that also cannot be missed is Karunanidhi's remarkable contribution to Tamil culture and the language that he worked for his entire life. Karunanidhi was one of the most powerful writers in the Tamil language. Listening to him, we'll be back with a bit more.
மணங்கமழும் தமிழே, மணங்கவரும் தாயே, இன்ப மொழியே, அன்பு விழியே, உயிரான தமிழே, உலகில் உயர்வான மொழியே, உன்னை போற்றி புகழ்வதன்றி வேறுபணி எனக்கிலையே எனும் உற்சாக மிகுதியால் தித்திக்கும் தீந்தமிழ் சாரெடுத்து கற்பனை தேன் கலந்து கன்னித்தமிழ் காவியமாம் பூம்புகார் எனும் திரை ஓவியத்தை உங்கள் முன் படைக்கின்றேன்.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you would love to.